Welcome back, blade fans. This old sword is with you once again. And at the suggestion of a viewer, and I thought it was a great idea because I had done a little bit of this before. I didn't think I had, but I looked back and I did. How about knives you have purchased or even that you liked so much you purchased more than one? And so you've got a collection of 2 or 3 or maybe even more. Well, this one I entitled 3 of a Kind because this is one of my favorite budget knives. May not be everybody's, but there are some special features of this knife that were just very appealing to me when it first came out. They're still available on White Mountain Knives for $68. It is the Bestech Fin, F-I-N. So, if we're talking about gambling and 3 of a kind, playing cards, a fin, obviously, is a $5 bill. So maybe that factors in somewhere. I'm not sure where they got the name fin. Maybe it looks like a fin of a fish. I am not sure. But these are a variety of really beautiful knives. Let me take this one here. So here we have almost a tricolor. In fact, it is a tricolor. I'm seeing orange, and I'm seeing a little bit of white in there, and I'm seeing some black and some dark brown. So those are the colors on this handle. As you can see, they come in this variety and more. And for this variety, they're going for $68 currently on White Mountain, less 10%, $6.80 comes off of that. So you're talking about $60 for 14C28. And I'm going to read you some specs right off of the website in a moment. But we'll take a look at each of these. Here is the blacked out bladed version with the blue and kind of like a tan and a black. So tricolor there. And this guy has the fuller in black and satin flats, or satin grinds, I should say, with an all black handle. And they all seem to have the chrome sort of deep carry clip. That clip is right hand only tip up carry. But in a minute I'm going to tell you a little bit more about what I like so much about these knives. But for now, let's do some specs. Overall length on each of these is 8.39 inches, with a closed length of 4.72 inches, a blade length of 3.67 inches, so they're not small knives, but they're not really large either. Nice niche size on these. And the blade thickness is 0.138 inches. I may convert that to millimeters when you see it pop up on the screen. It is 14C28N Sandvik steel, satin finish, except obviously for the black blade, and the weight of 4.76 ounces. And yes, they have weight relieving. If we can see that in there on both sides. They do not feel heavy at all, well under 5 ounces. Beautiful ergos, if I don't slip and cut myself there. Got a usable finger choil, which is quite unusual for a dagger grind. And these are pretty much a balanced dagger grind with that fuller going pretty much right down the middle as near as I can tell. So very symmetrical. Action, very nice and smooth for a lighter blade. Fires really well. Flipper only. And no, that fuller falls below the handle, so you really can't utilize that fuller for any spidey flick opening. We've got nice jimping on the frame, on the liners. Obviously, you don't really have any out on the blade because it's double ground, even though it's sharp on only one edge. Fits the hand quite well. A little bit left over. Works very well with that ramp on the pommel there for point down. And the things I like about this knife are that it's Bestech quality. Although you've got a relatively steep grind there, comes through with a very good edge, shaving sharp. Got the Bestech design on the pivot, T8 on the other side. And you have so many choices of combos of the blade and the handle. This is just a jet black G10. And love the tricolor on this one. And what else do they come in? See if we can give you a quick look-see. And at least a couple of these are in stock on White Mountain. Start at the top. So it looks like we've got that one there with the black handle and the black fuller. We've got black handle with a satin blade, which is $54. That's the cheapest of the lot. We got the all black, which I don't have. We've got the one on top, same as what I've got, except with a black fuller. We've got all black with G10. And we've got that variegated color pattern with the satin finish. We've got that exact same one I've got up on top. And look at that, you've even got an orange handle now with a black blade. Crazy. I mean, look at all the varieties. Unbelievable. And that was it. So I think there's like 10 varieties of this knife. But when I got the first one, whichever that was, I think that was this one, I said, wow. I like the dagger grind, and I like these fullers. And look at it, it's a tapered fuller. I mean, they did such a nice job on this. There's the Bestech logo. I think it's an in-house design. I don't see anybody's mark on it. Beautiful satin finish. And kind of a bead blast fuller on that one. You got enough of a guard there, which is the flipper tab, to hang on to it really well. It's a squared off sort of grip. Let me see something here. We'll be kind and at least give you the blade thickness in millimeters. 3.3. Let's make sure we got that right. Homing in. Well, I'm going to average out to 3.5. And the handle thickness, 0.56. And I gave you the weight on them, which we're going to assume to be accurate. A lot of features. I mean, your relief there for the liner, really nice. And then you got kind of a scallop on top of the liner itself there. Not jimping, but kind of a curved crescent cutout. Very easy to access. And again, like that, it's drop shut. It's not going to fall shut, and it is on bearings. Give you a closer peek at each of them. A lot of jimping, but it's just aggressive enough. It does grab. It really does. But it's slightly polished over. They did a very good job on that. We do have dome head screws. These are a little older style. I think I did these first about a year ago, review-wise. So no flat-headed screws. And we do have the clip sitting on top of the handle scale. So it's about the only downside, I would say. If you don't mind that, it's pretty smooth going in and out of the pocket. No real big deal there. And you can put your finger out or your thumb out on the blade. There's a flat there. They did a good job with that. It's just enough of a flat. It's not going to poke into your finger if you want it to go out that far. And I see these as kind of, yeah, you could say EDC. Tactical, defense, what have you. Anytime you see a dagger, you're really going to think defense. You're not going to think, or tactical, you're not going to think EDC, but never know. So that's my first installment of 2 and 3 of a kind. There's going to be more coming up, and I do thank my viewer. I'm sorry I don't have your name. Don't want to broadcast it anyway without your permission, but I thank you for the suggestion. And we're going to try a few of these, see how it goes. So don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. We'll be back with you real soon.